Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Iron Man issue 7. And this was a pretty interesting issue because we got more information on Korvac's pretty much God plan, and we kind of get an interesting kind of predicament towards the end. Like, alright, okay, let's see how that goes. So, we start off and we see that Tony and his group are flying their faster than light ship, and they have Halcyon at the controls while Rhodey, of course, is helping Tony. He's like, yeah, Halcyon's having a time out there. So, Rhodey's pretty much figuring out what's going on with the situation. Tony understands that he needs to amp up his armor. They're doubling it from like 20,000 Newton force to 40,000 Newton force, going from like 385 mile per hour punch to like 500 even. Of course, Rhodey's like, he's made of graphene, man. That could stop like a 50 cal bullet. And Tony's like, yeah, I know what the Enclave used. It's like a dual layer kind of thing, but it's imperfect. You and me, we can still keep going. If I can get into him, I can rip him apart like cardboard. And now he's like, all right, Rhodey, your turn. He's like, listen, I'm pretty much just trusting you now as a brother, and that's pretty much all I got. He's like, that's fine with me. We then go and we see like Misty, Frogman, uh, Scarlet Spider, and Gargoyle pretty much like ruminating on what's going on, like pretty much God and everything, since Korvac's trying to become God, pretty much. And of course, Misty starts like, "Oh, these kind of gods." Uh, well, and then they start bringing up like Thanos and other kind of people and explaining that they're not really gods, and that Scarlet Spider thinks of them as pretty much just like aggregates of what they are, with muscle impulses, atoms, molecules, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much thinking what they are, and then it's like hard science. Of course, Frogman's like, "This is coming from the test tube, dude." But then Gargoyle delivers an interesting kind of thing about like how we devote everything on ourselves to balance, and that works out with the molecules and everything like that, and that's like our whole kind of job, to try and have everything in a balance, and that's what we can do. We're to talk about how that's a mic drop moment, and I really liked how eloquently Gargoyle put that. And I'm like, that's interesting, and also integral for like how we are kind of trying to view other kind of things. Like, okay, we are trying to achieve a kind of balance here. This is Tony's kind of version of balance, using all these disparate kind of people who normally wouldn't be together to try and stop this person from doing his thing. Quarterback's idea of balance is pretty much having people under this sway and then executing on his vision. We get into the point where Tony and Hellcat are talking, and she is feeling bad because Quarterback probably knows what they are and where they are and what they're going to be doing, and uh, we also see that Korvac is understandably knowing that they're going to be coming and that their FTL is faster than his, and he kind of gets angry at Blizzard for kind of like pointing that out, pretty much like stabbing his fingers in his eyeballs, and that they want to go back and like take him out. Hellcat's like, I kind of feel bad being here, and Tony's like, it doesn't matter. I wasn't planning on ambushing him anyway. We're okay with this. All right, you're good. And she's like, I really want to kiss you now. And they're like, oh, I'd take off this bucket if my neck wasn't broken. So she kisses him with the helmet on. Her talking about how it felt like kissing a safety deposit box, and Tony's like, I'm going to need a little bit more on that. And she's like, you really don't want to know what you have to do when you lose the key. And this gives, she's like, it's really weird thinking of quarterback in my head. And she's like, wait a minute, what if it's like a two-way thing? You've had your like mind powers, because she had psionic abilities, and she's like, well, those kind of got revoked, but let's kind of give it a try. So Gorbak's pretty much getting ready to kind of like go after them, but then he gets taken back to his like utopia kind of world, and he's like, "What are you doing? You shouldn't be able to kind of do this, and you have no idea how you can like mess with. You can't mess with me at all." But then Tony pops up as well and be like, "Okay, yeah, the next do it all right. Why don't you show me what your utopia is?" And he's like, "Wait a minute, you actually want to see? Yeah, show me what your vision is of this future and everything." And everything would be in an aggregate. Tony, of course, is like, wouldn't you be in the center of that kind of thing? He's like, no, I would just be a part of it, but it would be the aggregate kind of thing. And he shows it to him as like all the evils would be gone, and that everybody would pretty much be crystal things eating crystals. And Patchy's like, this is stupid, and he's like, everything's homogenous. This would really fucking suck. It's not living. It's not doing anything. You're literally a nothing doing nothing. Of course, Korvac's getting pissed. It's like you're a bacterium. You can't get past beyond the survival instinct to go beyond. That's why I need to do it for you. Tony's like, yeah, if you had brought this idea up to me and my company, I would have fired you. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, Tony like fucking has like shit come at him, and then he disappears. Like, what the fuck? Of course, Korvac's like, screw you, Hellcat, and fucking like crystallize her. She's like, what the hell? Misty, of course, pops up in the ship because they're doing this in their heads. She's like, what the fuck happened to Tony? Hellcat's getting fucked up. And of course, they're getting into a dogfight with Korvac, and Rhodey's like, okay, do what you can, Halcyon. I need somebody in the belly and the tail turrets, man. Get there. We're in a fucking dogfight here. So they're in trouble, and we see that Tony is on some kind of strange ass planet. And he's like, okay, I got no Wi-Fi, my boots don't even work, am I dead? What the fuck's going on here? And then this like colony patrol dude pops up and speaks to him like, if you don't be careful, we're gonna neutralize you and shit like that. And Iron Man's like, are you Canadian? And then leaves it off that. Now, I didn't recognize the people, but I'm like, this is gonna be kind of interesting because they're talking about a colony and everything like that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't mind different kind of wrinkles put into effect, but I'm like, okay, so we were seeing what was going on with Korvac, and then we got this kind of thing thrown in here. It's like, all right, because in the beginning of the issue, they were sending out different kind of waves to try different kind of messages to try and get any kind of signal so people could like help them deal with this big threat. And they also made like a Star Wars joke because Frogman was trying to come up with team names with what was going on. But it's like, all right, Tony's on a place that he's not familiar with and things that he might be talking to like Space Canadians. We're already dealing with a dude who's an Avengers level threat trying to become a god and steal shit from Galactus. Let's see how this goes. So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.